Alright, so this is the first goal of the match, courtesy of a Ronan penalty for the Rapids. It starts with a long ball up top by William Yarbrough, and coming onto your screen now, highlighted are Diego Rubio and Damian Lowe. The reason being, these are the two players that are going to collide with each other inside the Union's penalty box, which eventually leads to the penalty for the Rapids. Damian Lowe wins the initial header, headed back by Leon Flock to McGlynn. And this is good pressure here by Cabral and Diego Rubio to force Damian Lowe to pass this ball quickly. And Leon Flock's out of position. Danny Leva is going to go ahead and pick up this ball. And here goes Colorado now transitioning. And anytime that you have the Union scrambling back on defense, you know that's asking for trouble here. And that's exactly what's happening with Damian Lowe, Flock, Bedoya, and Bizo all tracking back quickly because they had just lost the ball. And you only have two defenders now back in Jack Elliott and Jacob Glesnes. And the Union do a good job to, force the mispass by Cabral. And Bizo gets this ball taken off of his foot. But real quick, look at the positioning here from the Union. And I think part of this reasoning is because they didn't expect Bizo to have the ball taken off of his foot, which is a credit to Jonathan Lewis for not giving up on this play and forcing the turnover. You have Bedoya, the farthest guy back, other than Andre Blake. You have Jacob Glesnes right in front of him. And then you have your two other center backs, in Damian Lowe and Jack Elliott and Leon Flock. Jonathan Lewis pokes the ball away, and here goes Kevin Cabral now running at the back line. And look how deep the Union are defensively. You have Jacob Glesnes pretty far back there, Jack Elliott, Bizo, and Bedoya. And then look at Damian Lowe, and he comes in here, makes a chaotic challenge, and at first the referee says this is a free kick right outside of the box, but we're going to have another look at this and see that Diego Rubio's foot was just inside the penalty area when Damian Lowe comes chaotically crashing into him. Right here, you can see his right foot's barely inside, and because his body part was inside the penalty area, it is, therefore, a penalty kick. Victor Rivas is going to say for the Colorado Rapids. All right, so this is the second goal of the game, the first for the Philadelphia Union, courtesy of Kai Wagner. You're going to see Maxu, the center back for Colorado here, just dribbling the ball out from the back, and he's going to find Danny Wilson, who has no pressure put on him by the Union. Danny tries a long ball up top, but Jacob Glesnes is able to intercept the ball, and look how far wide Jacob Glesnes is, and this was brought up to me at halftime by Jordan Angeli, who said, notice how far wide both Union center backs are playing. I noticed Damian Lowe was at times playing as a left back, but I didn't realize Jacob Glesnes was playing this close to the touchline, essentially playing as a right back. And so Jacob Glesnes is going to find Jack McGlynn here. Highlighted on your screen is Kai Wagner. And notice where he's at on the field, and he's going to have to make that run right outside the 18-yard box of Colorado where he gets his goal. So Jack McGlynn's going to find Bizo here on the right touchline, and look at all the space Jack McGlynn has. Good pass by Bizo. Jack McGlynn gets himself in a little bit of trouble, but he does well to pick out the pass to Ali Bedoya, who's able to pick out a pass to Julian Carranza. And look at the space that Carranza has. Look at Daniel Gazag, who's highlighted on your screen. I'm going to go ahead and rewind this so you can watch the run from Gazag, who pulls out two players for Colorado to allow Julian Carranza to run into that space. So you have McGlynn passing right here to Bedoya. And pay attention, left-hand side of the screen, Gazag opens up that space for Carranza. Carranza's going to lay it off to Kai Wagner, and it's a beautiful struck ball from Kai Wagner. But this starts from the movement from Daniel Gazag. He never took a touch, but his movement attracted two defenders of Colorado, which opened up that space for Carranza, who's able to find Kai Wagner unmarked, and shout out to my sister there for celebrating, and the Union go ahead and get their first goal of the match. All right, so this is the third and final goal of the night, the second for the Philadelphia Union, courtesy of Julian Carranza. Jacob Glesnes wins the initial header here and finds Jack McGlynn, and I have Jack McGlynn highlighted because he does something so good two times on this play that leads up to the Union's goal, and that is scanning the field. And I think scanning is such an underrated part of the game. If you're a good scanner, somebody that's scanning the field before you receive the ball, knowing where to turn if somebody's pressuring you, that goes a long way. And so Jack McGlynn's head's a little bit tilted here, and he's scanning left, and he's able to go ahead and know that I have time to collect this ball. He's going to recycle it with Kai Wagner, who passes it back to Damian Lowe, who's going to try a ball out wide to Ale Bedoya, who gets out jumped by Marcanic, the left wing back for Colorado. Good job here by Jack Elliott to anticipate this ball and wins it back for the Union and finds Jack McGlynn. And again, here we go. Jack McGlynn scanning the field quickly. Quick little head turn. Sees that he has time. And look at the position here by the two midfielders for Colorado, and Leyva and Connor Ronan, and then Marcanic, the player who outjumped Ale Bedoya. And so Marcanic's out of position, which then forces Danny Wilson to now swing out wide to track the run of Bizo. Look at Julian Carranza here highlighted on your screen, how deep he comes to score a goal outside of the box. And the run from Daniel Gazdag here is so clever. It takes Maxu and Abubakar away from Julian Carranza, and it opens up a ton of space. Kind of similar in the first goal where we saw Daniel Gazdag create that space with his movement off the ball for Carranza. And we see Julian Carranza in a ton of space once again. And that's not going to show up on the stat sheet for Daniel Gazdag, his movement off the ball. But that's a big reason why the Union got 2 goals in this game. Yes, both goals came from out wide, but because of the movement from Daniel Gazdag, the respect the center backs have for Daniel Gazdag makes both of these plays on the night for the Union.